Now, Resman, once you tell me, give me like what's a countdown with your hand when you're ready to record. You do the 5, 4, your countdown, so that I have a little bit of a warning, so I know when I'm ready to go. 0, what does that mean? What do you mean you're recording right now? Jesus Christ, Rosemary, I told you I need a little bit of time to... Everybody, this is Marlon. I'm sorry I could not be there tonight on this festive occasion for my good friend Colin, and his celebrating birthday today. I believe he's 15. That little whippersnapper. God, I remember some of the times I had with him. We really had some good... I can't think of any right now. Anyway, I could not be here tonight for you in person, but what I wanted to bring you is a little bit of my love, something inside of here which I could give unto you, and that is to give you the birthday surprise cake for which you and your friends and loved ones could enjoy on this special day for you, my friend. So, the beautiful thing about this cake is that it's not just what you would call a dessert, but it really is it's a meal really unto itself. So you don't have to worry about, making a big dinner and hors d'oeuvres, what have you. You just serve the cake, and I'm telling you from experience, people, that it was quite filling. Really, one slice is gonna pretty much knock you right on your tushy. So it's very simple how to make. I'm going to show you. I have a little confession to make, however, first. I got up at 6 a.m. because I wanted to really do this right, I got up at 6 a.m. to make the birthday cake for my friend Colin, and the birds are singing, there's a cracker down, it's really a beautiful thing. So I made the cake, and it came up, was a little lopsided. You probably wouldn't even know to tell the difference, frankly, but I'm, a bit of a perfectionist, and it just didn't quite look right to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't want it to go to waste exactly, so I ate it. So then I made another cake, and the dough, everything, I'm mixing up the dough, the batter, you know what I'm saying? And I just put my little pinky in there to get a little taste and see if it needs a little something, Give a little tasty on there. Oh my God, it's so delicious, So I said, let me just try that again. I dipped my finger in there, I did a little taste. Pretty soon I got my whole freaking head in the bowl, you know what I'm saying? I got my head in the bowl, I'm just licking it all around, and oh Jesus, I had those mixer things, I had those sticking out of my mouth all which way, and but it was quite delicious. And so I made on my third cake, and I started my third cake. Everything was going just fine, but somehow maybe I was getting a little groggy, and instead of putting in the sugar, I put in salt instead, because they both look pretty much the same, and that didn't really taste too good. But I didn't want to go to waste, so I ate it, and now I'm ready to go on my fourth cake, and I think this one is going to be the charm. I couldn't quite say that I'm full necessarily, that I couldn't eat another thing, but I think I probably could make it through this one so that I could give it to you, because this was my intention. Rosemary made me a couple pork chops for lunch. They were quite savory and delicious, and I'm feeling quite quenched right now, and I'm ready to start on the birthday cake. The beautiful thing about this cake, it's very simple, but yet it is sort of it's an art in a way. It's kind of creative. You can add different things, and you can follow along with my special recipe, and you can sort of go off on your own divergent path, what have you. But where you want to start is right here. Always keep your ingredients close to you, close to home, as I like to say, close to your heart. We start here is with the mix. Now I know what you're saying, Marlon, you're making the cake. What? How come you're using a mix? That don't really make any sense to me exactly. Let me explain. The cake is what you add to the mix. The mix, it's all really the same freaking thing. If you start from scratch, your sugar, your margarine, all that crap, it really is gonna taste the same as the mix. Trust me, I've been there many, many times. What you add to the mix really is what makes it zesty and delicious. So what we do here, we start with the mix. Okay, take the mix out here. And I can't read too good. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. You're at? Ouch. I poked myself. That's alright, I'm okay. Okay, you put your mix into a bowl. Good. There we go. Yeah. Okay, good. Then you add your water. And I've pre-measured this, so it's all ready to go there. Put your water in there. That's good. Then you add a little bit of oil, about a quarter cup of oil. There we go. Then what you want to do is you add eggs. 3 eggs. Christ. Okay. Add your eggs in there. There we go. There. Want to see a little trick right here? I don't want to get fancy on you. Watch this. What little Marlon can do here. See this hand? Behind my back, people. Ready? Look at that, huh? Yeah, that's a craziness. Okay, then you want to mix it up. Just mix it up here. It's looking good already, people. Yeah. This is gonna be all this stuff, by the way. There's nothing really exotic in here. All this materials you could buy at your store, perhaps even the little corner store near you. Rosemary does all my stopping. I'm not quite sure where she gets all this crap, but I'm pretty sure she buys it at a regular kind of store. We just mix it up here. I don't know if you can see this. Let's get this out of the way. Look at that. That's just a golden batter. See, it's really no different than what you might make if you were, making it from scratch. Looks like there's a little bit of lumps in there, but that'll come right out. Little lumps never hurt nobody. Okay, now from there, see, this cake is ready to go right here. This says here you put it in the pan and you bake it, but no, it's not quite done yet. Okay, we're finished with the eggs. Now's where it comes the creative part. You add all the fun things that you really enjoy. Here's some stuff I like. I think everybody likes this stuff. We'll start right here with some delicious marshmallows. They're looking a little bit large, so I'm going to cut them up here. There we go. Watch this. There we go. We'll cut up marshmallow. And you can use as many as you want. I like to use about 10 to 20. And what happens with the marshmallows when you're baking the cake is they just melt and they swirl around. They do a little dance. And one time I stuck my fat head in the oven just to see what was going on. And I'm telling you, it was quite erotic. I got a little excited. Got a little sweaty. A little marshmallow dance. Very, very sexy. Yep. Little tango thing going on there. Okay, so you put in your marshmallows, delicious. Then what I like to do is add some Oreo cookies right in here. If it says on here, I don't know if you can see that. That's America's favorite cookie, and for good reason. You could just crumble this by hand. Just crumble some cookies in there. No need to get dainty about it. See, when you serve this to your friends and your loved ones, they are gonna think they're getting just a regular cake, because with the frosting and whatnot on the top there, it's just gonna look like a regular cake, but you're gonna know in your mind that what they're getting is something very special and exciting, and they're gonna bite into that, and they're gonna have the time of their lives, people. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, and they're never gonna forget it, and they're never gonna forget who it was that gave it to them either. Okay, so you put in some cookies there. Oh Christ, Rosemary, come and hand me this. I can't. Ah, Jesus. Got it. I got it. Okay, well, like that is a little. This is butterscotch pudding. You can use different kinds of pudding. I like butterscotch. Who doesn't? Just cup it in there. What's nice is what you do is I like at the top there, there's a little bit on the top. You don't really want to put that in there, but oh, that's delicious. But then there's a little something in here. It's not really enough to put into the mix itself, but oh, that's quite good. Okay. What I like to add is one of my favorite snack cakes. Whoops. Twinkies. Oh, there they go. Okay, Twinkies. They're a little big. Break it up. You can see the creamy filling in there. That's good. Sometimes what I do is I'll make myself a big bowl of batter, such as this, and then I'll just dip a Twinkie in there. That is delicious, people. Okay, next what we do is some Apple Jacks. I like Apple Jacks. Who the hell doesn't? They're delicious. A lot of people tell me, when they see me making some delicious concoction like this, they say, Marlon, have you ever considered using natural ingredients, which would perhaps be more healthy for people? And I say, Jesus, people, look at me. I'm healthy as a fucking horse, huh? This is what I eat all goddamn day long. I'm a living example that sugar is quite good for you. And fat, lard, straight from the can. The next ingredient is really one of my favorites. Can you see that? That's Cool Whip. Cool Whip really is quite versatile. You can use it with anything. I still got some Twinkie in my mouth, but I like just sort of letting it in there, and it sort of breaks down and it's savory. It's delicious. The thing about Cool Whip, it says to put it into the refrigerator or the freezer. I like it very smooth, and can you see that how creamy that is there? That's because I was letting it sit out. You'll set it out overnight before you even start cooking with it, and it becomes more of a creamy concoction. In fact, I want to see if I can show you, for example, here. What's really a nice, delicious dish if you're having some company in your sort of last minute, you just put the Cool Whip out. Maybe you could put it in another bowl, whatever. You take like some little marshmallows, dip in. It's a delicious treat. That's good. Excuse me. Okay. Now Cool Whip here. I just want you to know, people, I didn't show you this because I wanted to get right to the cooking. The first thing you do when you're cooking is you wash your hands very, very well. Just like you're a doctor, because what we're doing here is we really are sort of operating on food in such a way. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to be sharing it with other people. If I'm just eating for myself, which is frequently, I will not wash my hands because it's all me just going back into me, you know what I'm saying? But with other people, you do want to wash your hands so that you don't have to worry about utensils. Utensils, I'm telling you something about utensils, people. It's all overrated. I don't know, I just prefer, I feel like it's more, I'm giving part of myself when I'm making with my hands, like a carpenter, something else, which a jeweler or whatever, some kind of crafts person, because you really are creating something special and loving, which comes from you when you're making a delicious dessert item like this. And I feel like I'm sharing the process. And as I go, okay. I don't get that in there. Then you just want to mix it all up. Oh boy, look at this. Can we get a close-up of that? Let's give the kids a, oh geez, look at that. Oh my God. That is a delicious, oh boy. There's so much in here, I probably should even use a bigger bowl. I did not realize I would be using so much ingredients, but once I start putting them in, I really cannot stop. I'm sure you'll have the same experience. Look at this, it's like a delicious, it's almost like a stew right now. The consistency, if you can see this, it's quite just chock full of, that's why when I said at the very beginning that it's a meal, it's the whole entire meal is the cake. Just because it's called cake does not mean that it's not a meal which you can serve in the place of dinner. So I would say this special 30th birthday surprise cake is also dinner, breakfast, lunch, probably about 2 or 3 days worth. This thing is gonna fill you up like nobody's business. Sometimes I can only get through about half a cake, and I'm a pretty big eater. I'm a pretty big guy for me. So half a cake for me might even be just 2 or 3 bites for a normal person, maybe such as yourself. I know Colin, he's a little skinny thing. You probably should eat more of these cakes. He'd be a lot healthier like I am. Okay. That's pretty much it. I'm getting a little tired right now of mixing. Gotta wet my mouth a little bit. Hey, Rosemary, get me some water. Rosemary, come on. You've had a break for 5 minutes. Put the fucking smoke out. Get up. Get me some water. Cook up a pork chop while you're doing that, would you? You really can't find good help these days. That's it, people. This is it right here. I'm not gonna bore you with the putting it into the pan and put it in the oven and it's gonna bake for whoever hell the heck long. I just turn the light on in the oven. If you got a good bright bulb in the oven there, turn the light on, pull up a chair, and if you got nothing to do for about an hour, sit right in front of that oven and you just watch your delicious creation come to life. It's almost like what I would think of being a woman and giving birth in a way. You just watch it all, it's boiling in there, it's cooking away, and all your hard work is coming together, and it's making a beautiful creation, which then you can share unto with your friends and your loved ones and family, and it's a delicious thing. However, you might get a little warm sitting in front of the oven like that, so what I like to do is I get right down to my undergarments, and I'll just sit there, and I maybe will have a Diet Pepsi and just watch the whole thing come together. It's really more fun than going to the movies, for me. I really recommend it highly. So anyway, there's your birthday surprise, and by the time you get it, it'll be all cooked up, delicious, and I hope you enjoy it. Please send me a little note or give me a call and let me know how it was and how everybody enjoyed it. I don't even really need to know, because in my mind, I already know that you're really going to love it, because that's the only thing that you can do with a delicious birthday cake. And I'm probably just going to finish this up. I don't want this to go to waste. It's really not enough to put back in the fridge. And I don't want to throw it away, so it's kind of in that limbo area. And I might as well just eat it. You know what I'm saying? This is Marlon. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Happy birthday, Colin. God, this is really good. Rosemary. Rosemary, you want any of this? I could probably finish it though without your help.